Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Miss V with Pick a Card Readings. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. I want to first take the time out to thank each and every one of you for subscribing to my YouTube channel, clicking the like button, as well as your comments. Your comments are greatly appreciated. It allows me to know, how well these readings resonate, and if you feel as if they don't resonate, corrective criticism is accepted. Okay. So with that being said, I'm coming forth today to do a pick a card reading on numerology, synchronicity messages. So this particular reading is for those who see synchronicity signs. Whether you wake up in the morning, it's 222, or you look at the clock, it's 555-777, or you look at the license plate, you may see the numbers 948, whatever the synchronicity is for you when it comes to numerology. Okay. Now, this is a general reading, so the messages may apply to some and may not apply to some. Please take the messages that resonate and leave what does not. If you are interested in a more personal reading with me, you can always go to www.spiritualvibrations.org, or you can feel free to message me at spiritualvibrations2018@gmail.com. So with that being said, we are going to get started. The timestamps will be down below. So if you do not want to listen to the intro, then you can go directly to the card that you selected. Okay. This is a timeless video. So even though it is made today, you can listen to it 8 months from now and it's still going to resonate with you. Okay. So with that being said, I ask that you take your time and that you tune into the messages and ask Spirit to reveal to you the messages of why you are constantly seeing synchronicity when it comes to your numerology. We have cards 1, cards 2, cards 3, and cards 4. So take your time and make your selection. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So with that being said, I'm going to put these to the side and we are going to get started on your reading. All right, so for those that selected 1, what are your synchronicity messages? Why are you seeing the same numbers over and over and over? What is Spirit trying to relate to you at this time? Good old forgiveness. I think every video that I've made, I talk about forgiveness. We have bathroom, cleanse and clarify. We have the 9 of Hearts, fulfillment, harmony, and protection. We have religion and spirituality. I'm going to bring these a little bit closer here. We have fellow travelers. Support is all around you. And last but not least, we have self-esteem, confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. All right. So for those that selected 1, when it comes to why are you constantly seeing repetitive numbers? Again, all of these messages could apply to one person, or certain messages in this particular reading will apply. So for some, we have forgiveness. So the reason that you're constantly seeing synchronicity is that you haven't quite let go of something that has been causing you some pain. You haven't quite let go of something that's been bringing a lot of discontentment in areas in your life. And forgiveness could be you needing to forgive yourself for something. Again, my favorite word, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Or maybe you need to forgive someone else for something that they've done. And again, when we forgive, it's not condoning what a person has done to us. It's not saying that it's okay. It is just acknowledging that we won't allow what that person did to us to keep us in a place of not being happy and not being able to move forward. So for many, I'm hearing this from Spirit. For many, you feel as if that you've forgiven, but you haven't. And so this message and the synchronicities that you are constantly getting is asking you to release and let go. Release and let go. Work on your heart chakra, okay, when it comes to this forgiveness. The next message that came up, we have the bathroom, cleanse and clarify. Okay, so for many that selected 1, when you're constantly seeing synchronicity, for some, it is time to release. In a way, It goes back to this forgiveness, releasing this past pain that you've been holding on to. Cleansing. Imagine yourself being in a shower. Many people do what's called shower meditations to rinse away negative energy. Okay? Spiritual baths. That is a part of cleansing. You are releasing, you are letting go. So for many, it is time to let go of pain from the past. It is time to let go of negative energy that is within you or things that you have been carrying. For many, it is time for you to look at things a little bit closer. It's time for you to clarify some things in areas in your life. Revise certain plans, certain goals. It's time for you to really focus on certain things that you want to manifest for yourself as well. So Spirit is revealing these synchronicities to you to acknowledge that there are some things that is needed. Again, whether it is cleansing, releasing. For some, you may need a good old cry. A lot of pain that you've been holding on to. There's nothing wrong with crying. Crying clears and cleanses the soul. It replenishes us. And crying does not mean that you're weak. It means that you're strong and that you've been so strong for so long. So know that it's okay to release and let go and to cleanse and remove any negative energy, whether it's your thought process, the things that you've been dealing with, feeling very overwhelmed. And it's time for you to clarify the things that you want for yourself. And most of the times you can get that clarification when you let go of things that is no longer serving you. Moving on. For those who selected 1, when it comes to why you're constantly seeing synchronicities, we have the 9 of Hearts. This, in the 9 of Hearts, is to me like the 9 of Cups in the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. It's time for fulfillment. It's time for you doing the things that brings you happiness. It's time for you to live in harmony. It's time for you to have that inner peace. The 9 of Hearts to me, again, speaks of the 9 of Cups, a piece of contentment, emotional satisfaction, okay? And that's pretty much what fulfillment and harmony means. And you deserve it. Spirit is also coming through to let some know that they are protected. You are protected. Things may feel challenging at this time, but you are protected. And I'm going to leave it right there because there is another card in this reading that's going to focus more on this protection. But it's time for you to truly feel happy within yourself. Not a superficial happiness, but a true happiness, a true fulfillment, a true harmony, a true peace. And you deserve it. And for many, I'm also hearing, the reason you're seeing synchronicity is because you're starting to feel this way. You're finally starting to feel happy. You're finally starting to feel that joy, that sense of harmony. You've cut a lot of things out. You've went through the process of cleansing and clarifying. And now you're in this particular element where you are in a sense of peace. And so this is Spirit way of letting you know, I see. Okay? The next message, we have religion and spirituality. So when it comes to this card, and you constantly seeing synchronicity, I'm picking up a few different things here. For some, it's time for you to start diving more into your spirituality, needing to have more faith, needing to get back to your traditional beliefs, okay? Needing to tap more into who you are meant to be. What is your purpose? For some, the reason you're also seeing synchronicity as well is that maybe it's time for you to join a group of like-minded people, okay? But I definitely feel like for many, when you see this sign, it is a sign of evolution. It's time to evolve. And it's time to connect back to your roots. Connect to your ancestors. Focus more on your spirituality. Because also I'm hearing Spirit say, the more that you focus on your spirituality and the more that you dive more into your faith, whatever religion that you may be in, is going to help you through this forgiveness. Okay, Spirit is showing me the number 7 on this card. It's not a number on here, but Spirit shows me certain things. And so for many that selected this, you may see the number 7 a lot, or the number 777. And that is about spirituality, spiritual awakening. And that's another message. So for many, you're seeing these synchronicities because you're going through a spiritual awakening. You may be going through the dark night of the souls, where you are getting to a place where it's time to release and cleanse. Okay? The next message that came up, the reason you're seeing synchronicity, you have fellow travelers. Support is all around you. So this is acknowledging for those that selected one. You're seeing synchronicity because Spirit is trying to let you know you are supported. You have so many spiritual beings from above that is around you. Goes back to this. You have so much protection. For many, how do you think you made it out of the obstacles that you've been in? Some of you never thought you would find your way out, but you did. That was because you had so much support around you. Okay? And so again, you're seeing the synchronicity because this is Spirit's way of letting you know we are here. We know. And we will never forsake you. Okay? For many, self-esteem. This is one of the reasons why you're seeing so much synchronicity. Spirit is wanting you to work on your self-esteem. Spirit is wanting you to work more on your confidence, believing in yourself, trusting in yourself, feeling beautiful on the inside and out. They want you to start showing yourself more self-love, more compassion, doing things that make you happy, putting yourself priority, acknowledging your self-worth, not settling for less. Whether it comes from situations or people, recognizing your value. Needing to raise the pride about yourself. Stand in the limelight. So for many that is constantly seeing synchronicities, it's Spirit's way of letting you know it's time for you to work on your self-esteem. Where are the colors yellow? When you're in a bad energy, low vibrational energy, where are the colors yellow? So there is a need to work on your solar plexus chakra here. Okay? For many that selected this, you may see the numbers 333 a lot as well. Because we have the number 21, which is 3, and then we have the 3 here. And we also have the 7. So again, many may see the number 777, the numbers 999 or 666. And some feel that 666 is devilish. That's man-made. You know, man-made create us to think that 666 is a negative number. It's not. We have 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, and 6 protons. Science. So when you see 666, that is nothing to fear. Nothing to fear at all. So with that being said, this completes the reading for those who selected 1. I truly hope you enjoyed, and those are the reasons why you're seeing your synchronicity messages. Love and light, blessings to you. Click the like button and comment below. Moving on to those who selected 2. Why are you constantly seeing your synchronicity? What are the messages that Spirit has for you? Synchronicity. So for those that selected 2 right off back, you guys are really seeing synchronicity. Like, wow, that is amazing. You also have time out. You have illumination, the sun, illumination, growth, and God energy. You have thinking of you, a loving thought, serenity. You have realizations and epiphanies. You have narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. And last but not least, you have desires, goals, passions, craving, and fulfillment. All right, so for those that selected 2, I'm going to push this up a little bit. For those that selected 2, why are you constantly seeing synchronicities? Well, first and foremost, they're trying to get your attention because it came up in your reading. And again, for many, you guys see the number 777 a lot, or maybe even the number 888, okay? But it's like for you guys that selected 2, you really are in tune with synchronicity. And for some, it happens so much that some may not even acknowledge that it happened. So this is coming forth to say, recognize, start paying attention. Okay? Now, for those that selected 2, when it comes to synchronicity, for some, Spirit is saying it's time to take a time out. It's time to rest. It's time to relax. You've been pushing yourself a little bit too hard. You've been overexerting yourself, whether it's in work, your thought process, your relationships, trying to move forth on your career. It's nothing wrong with putting forth effort because, again, determination and willpower is going to get you where it is that you need to be. But sometimes you can burn yourself out. And so for many, the reason that you're seeing your synchronicities is the Spirit's way of saying to just take time out for yourself. Even if it's a few minutes a day, an hour a day, or one week out of a day, take time out for yourself. Do something that raises your vibrations. You have to kind of, you have to bring that balance into your work and your play. And so for many, this is why you're seeing your synchronicity. We're going over to the sun. So for many, when it comes to this particular card, why are you constantly seeing synchronicity? Spirit is saying that there is a need for you to be confident. They are wanting you to be confident. Because you have to think of the sun energy. The sun brings some rejuvenized energy. So again, thank you, Spirit. When it comes to this, you need to rest, okay? You got the sun's energy here. So another reason, again, that you're seeing a lot of synchronicity, it's time for you to rest. The sun brings you the energy that you need, okay? You may have had some sleepless nights, very tired, feeling very overwhelmed, and you need to take time out so you can feel the energy, the renewed energy, okay? And again, for many, it's about confidence, needing to raise your confidence, needing to look at things from a new perspective. For many that see synchronicity, when it comes to illumination, Spirit is trying to tell you to look at things from a different perspective. I can't talk. Look at things from a different perspective. Spirit is trying to reveal some things in your life, bring some things to the forefront, some truths, but maybe you're not quite paying attention. And so these synchronicities is coming through for you to really try to take a second look at things from a different perspective. For many, another reason why you're constantly seeing synchronicities, this is a spirit way of letting you know that you are growing. You are moving forth in many areas in your life. You've gained a lot of wisdom. You gain a lot of knowledge. You let go of things that no longer serve you. You're transitioning. So again, this is Spirit's way of acknowledging, good job. We see your effort. You're growing. There's more growth. So continue to move forward. We have thinking of you. So for many, the reason that you're seeing synchronicity is there is a loved one that is thinking of you in heaven. And for many, that sees this synchronicity because they were both together like this. This loved one, this is how they connect with you. This is how they let you know I'm here for you. They miss you. They're sending you so much sun energy. Do you see that? They are sending you so much renewed energy. They are wanting you to have confidence. They are wanting you to look at things from a different perspective. But this is definitely synchronicity from your loved one. And for some, you already know when you see the sign that it is from a loved one as well. Okay. For many, we have realizations and epiphanies. So it kind of goes back to the sun energy when we talk about illumination, bringing things to the forefront, realizations. So Spirit is wanting you to kind of start looking at things from a different perspective. Don't get so narrow-minded with your way of thinking. Allow certain truths to come up to the forefront at this particular time. And again, epiphany. So Spirit, for many, is starting to bring some things to the forefront so you can see things for what they truly are. And so you will know how to move forward along your journey with your growth. Okay? Now, for many, why are you constantly seeing synchronicity? We have narrow pathway. We have tread thoughtfully. So for many, Spirit is telling you, don't make any hasty decisions at this time. Don't make any quick decisions. They want you to take your time and think things through. This is not a time to make impulsive decisions based off of emotions, or feel as if that you're being pressured to make a decision. Because if you rush and make certain decisions at this time, they can cause some potential difficulties along the road. Okay? Another reason why you are also seeing synchronicity when it comes to this card is Spirit is wanting you to stay focused. They don't want you to get distracted. There's so much growth. And even though there could be some things that is coming to the forefront, there could be some realizations and epiphanies. Don't allow these to distract you. Continue to move forward. Continue to focus on your journey, on whatever it may be for you. But do not get distracted. Okay? And another message that I'm hearing Spirit say, for if you've been seeing a lot of synchronicity, for some, if you've been working on a project, that is Spirit's way of letting you know it's going to succeed. And again, anything with so much positive energy here, we have so much sun energy, it's a lot of positive energy. A lot of positive energy. So again, if you're working on something at this time, that Spirit's way of letting you know it's going to succeed. Okay? The next message we have is desires. So for many, when you see synchronicity, Spirit's telling you it's time for you to follow what it is that you want to do. What's your goals? What is it that you truly love to do? What is your passion? What are your desires? What it is that you want to manifest in your life? What career do you want to go down? And something that you're passionate about is not something that feels like work. It is something that you don't mind doing. It's something that you enjoy. It's something that you wouldn't even consider work because you love what you do so much. So what is it that you desire? It's time for you to start thinking about that if you haven't. And if you've been constantly thinking about it and haven't put forth action, it's time for you to get going. It's time for you to follow your heart, follow your goals, follow your passion. There is something within you that's pulling at you. You're craving it, but you may just not know which way to go or how to go forth. But your path will be illuminated. They will show you the way. Okay? It's time to be in a sense of fulfillment of what it is that you want. Bringing your desires, your goals, your manifestations. It's time for you to feel that sense of power that you can hold and that you can have when you begin to move forth with what it is that you want to do. So for many, when you see this, it's time for you to focus on your desires and it's time for you to move forth in what it is that you want to manifest for yourself. Okay? So again, when it comes to this set of cards, for many, you may see the number 777 a lot, the numbers 222, or the number 2 in general. Okay? Now again, these readings are not specific to just a specific number. It's synchronicity in general. Okay? But there are certain numbers in here that is attracting me a lot. So again, because you got synchronicity, you see a lot of synchronicity, or you need to start paying attention. Okay? Start paying attention. So with that being said, this completes the reading. For those that selected 2, click the like button, comment below. Love and light. So for those who selected 3, why are you constantly seeing synchronicity? What is Spirit trying to relate to you? Okay, let's see what came up. We have compassion. We have the dragonfly, transformation, magic, and illusion. We have Ganesha, clearing away obstacles, protection, and guidance. We have relationship dynamics. We have rejuvenating rain, clear the past and heal the present. We have miracles, expect the wondrous to emerge. And last but not least, we have gut instincts, intuition, knowing, sensing, and trust. All right, so for those that selected 3, when it comes to why are you constantly seeing synchronicity? For some, Spirit is saying it's time for you to love who you are. It's time for you to show yourself more love and compassion. It's time for you to put yourself priority. It's time for you to do the things that raises your vibration. For some, it's time for you to open up your hearts. It's time for you to let go of that past pain that may have closed your heart and not allowing you to open it up to receive that love and also to give that love. It's time to really focus on compassion, whether this is compassion for yourself or compassion of others. And so for many, you may see the numbers 999 or the number 9 a lot. Okay? And so this is spirit way of letting you know it's time for you to open up your heart. It's time for you to receive love. Love yourself. Love others. Show others compassion. And most importantly, show yourself compassion. For many, you are out seeking love from others because you feel as if you don't quite love yourself or you don't have enough self-love. And this is why you're constantly seeing synchronicity. It's time to let go of that energy. It's time to change that way of thinking, that perception. And it's time for you to show yourself the compassion, because you can't expect anybody else to give you the love if you can't love yourself. Okay? For many, thank you, Spirit. For many that selected 3, not only I know this is numerology, but Spirit is telling me as well, for many, you may see a lot of dragonflies as well. This is also a synchronicity for many. And this is a great synchronicity. This is a positive synchronicity, okay? When you see this, it's time for change. It's time for transformation. For many, you have been going through that change. So I'm hearing 555 for those that selected 3. You may see that number a lot. And that is Spirit's way of acknowledging that you are going through change. You are going through transformation, but it is nothing to fear. While you're going through the change and transformation of your life, go more with the flow. Adapt to the changes that is occurring around you. Because the transformation that you're going through, even though it might feel quite negative and you may not understand why you're going through it, you'll soon know. You'll soon understand why you have to go through this change and this transformation. Because it's all going to serve a higher purpose. Okay? So allow this transformation. So again, that's why you may see that number. For many, you're losing faith. You feel that the impossible is not possible anymore. You don't believe in magic. You don't believe. You don't have the faith. You may say you have faith, but deep down you're still worrying. You're still doubting. And that's not faith. When you have faith, you don't worry. You don't doubt. That means that you put your all and your knowing into a higher power. And you walk away knowing that, and so shall it be, and so it is done. So for many, you are seeing a lot of synchronicity because Spirit is wanting you to remember that even though you're going through these changes and transformation, believe in magic. What seems impossible is possible. Okay? For many, you've created illusions, your way of thinking, negative way of thinking, self-limiting beliefs that you have kind of downloaded in your brain to feel as if nothing is ever going to work out for you. Good things never happen to me. They are illusions. Believe, have faith, and allow this transformation in your life to move you to where it is that you need to be. Okay? We also have Ganesha, clearing away obstacles. Okay? We have protection and we have guidance. So for many, you're seeing the synchronicity because Spirit is working with you. They're working in your life. They're working within your soul. Doors may be shutting, and you may be thinking very negative about the doors that are shutting. But they're clearing away obstacles that you do not see. So this is coming up when you see synchronicity to let you know, again, adapt to the changes. Just because things are not working out in your time, you don't know why certain things are not being able to move forward, why certain doors are being closed when you want them to be open. They're protecting you from what you do not see. And that goes back to faith. Okay? You are being protected. For many, you may see the numbers 333 a lot, meaning that your ascended masters are around you. Okay? So when you see these synchronicities, know that Spirit is clearing away obstacles for you. They are protecting you. We also have relationship dynamics. So for many, when you see these synchronicities, that Spirit way of telling you to take a second look at your relationships. And some people feel that when you say the word relationships, it's all about partners. It can be, But a relationship is a bond that is shared with someone. So for many, when you see synchronicity, this could be a situation where spirit is wanting you to reanalyze your interactions with your mom, with your dad, with your brother, with your sister, with your auntie, with your cousin, with your coworker, with your best friend Pookie, with your baby daddy, with your baby mama, with your husband, with your wife, with your chick on the side. It's time to analyze your relationship dynamics. It's time for you to take a second look. Are you putting too much energy into something and you're not receiving the same type of energy back? Is the relationship a little bit out of balance? For some, spirit is saying many who this resonates with kind of know that their relationship is out of balance. And so the reason you're steady seeing the synchronicity in your life is because you haven't quite taken action. You know, but yet you have not acted. Okay? So again, this will apply to some and not to all. We have rejuvenating rain. So for many, when you're seeing synchronicity, that's spirit's way of saying it's time to let go of the past. You're holding on to things from the past. You're constantly traveling down memory lane, but you're not remembering the good memories. You're remembering the trauma, the pain, the sadness, the anger, the resentment, the enviness. And it's time to let that energy go. It no longer serves you. It's time to release. It's time for you to heal, because this energy from the past is affecting you presently. Okay? Forgive, release. Know that you can't change the past, but you can change the present. And so for many, that is what spirit is trying to acknowledge. It's time for you to stay in the moment. Let go of the past. Only keep the good memories and only keep the lessons from the pain. That's the difference. You always want to keep the lessons from the past, from the pain, so that way you don't make that same mistake moving forth. But you don't want to keep harping on trauma and things from the past that affected you in a negative way. It's time to heal. Miracles goes back to this. So for many, this speaks measures. First thing that I'm hearing for many, the reason you see synchronicity is a miracle getting ready to happen for you. Something that you thought was not going to occur, something unexpected or something expected is getting ready to happen for you in your life. Something's coming. That's what I'm hearing. Something's coming. So that's why you're constantly seeing synchronicity. And then for others, why you're constantly seeing synchronicity is that you lost that magic. You lost that faith. It's time for you to expect, know, believe that miracles will occur and miracles are getting ready to emerge in your life. Okay? And then last but not least, we have gut instinct. So for many, the reason you're constantly seeing synchronicity, you're not trusting your intuition. You're not trusting what it is that you feel. You're not trusting what it is that your heart is trying to relate to you. You're not trying to trust that guidance. That's all intuition is. Guidance from a higher power. Okay? And you're not acknowledging that. For many, you got very good intuition when it comes to people outside, situations and circumstances. But when it comes to yourself, you doubt. You create all these illusions in your head and you push your own intuition away. And so the reason you're seeing that is because it's time for you to start trusting your intuition, trusting the guidance that you are receiving. Open up that crown chakra. That crown chakra is blocked. For many, you have that sense of knowing. For many, you've been in situations where you knew something, but you went to bed and did it anyway. And then later on, it was like, I knew it. I shouldn't have done it. Time for you to start trusting your instinct. Trust what it is that you feel. And for many that selected this card here, or this particular deck 3, you are highly in tune. But there are some blockages. You're highly in tune to others in other situations, but you're not in tune to the messages that is coming through for yourself, for your guidance, for your help, for your support on your journey. Okay? It is definitely a need for those to work on their crown chakra, a lot of purple energy here. Their third eye, which is your intuition. Okay? But guess what else? You have another brain in your body. You didn't know that, did you? For some did, some did. You got another brain in your body. That's your stomach. That's your solar plexus chakra. That's your feeling. That's your sense. Your knowing. So there is a need to work on those elements. So with that being said, that completes your reading. Definitely 999 for many. And because we got 99 and we have 19 here. And for many, you may see the numbers 111. Okay, as well. So I hope that resonates. Click the like button, comment below. Love and light. Last but not least, for those that selected 4, why are you constantly seeing synchronicity? What is Spirit trying to tell you that you're not listening? You got self-discipline. All right. We got yellow, flexibility, adaptability, personal power. We have eternal love, happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. We have healing from the past. A lot of yellow energy. All right. We have solitude. In silence, peace prevails. And last but not least, we have responsibility, self-discipline. Uh-oh. So for those that selected 4, we got to talk here. Spirit is constantly reiterating something. It's a message. Okay? You heard? Empowerment, fulfillment, twice, message. Okay? So let's talk about this, guys. For those that selected 4. First card that came out, we have self-discipline. So the reason that you're seeing a lot of synchronicity for some, that spirit way of letting you know it's time for you to get more motivated. Time for you to put forth more effort. Action is needed and required now. And you're not listening. This also means for many, it's time for you to clarify your goals, your plans. It's time for you to prioritize, and it's time for you to take action. Still about movement, okay? Spirit is wanting you to get to a place where you are focused on what it is that you want to do for yourself, what it is that you want to manifest, and get going on it. Get disciplined. It's not just to think about it and not make movement. Self-discipline is about movement. It's about action. Okay? And many of you have been going through a lot of changes in your life. And they've been feeling quite difficult because you haven't accessed to self-discipline. You ain't been motivated. You've been wanting change. You've been wanting that, you've been wanting that change, but have you been taking the steps that's needed? Have you been persevering? Have you been taking action? You can't expect change to happen. It's just not going to fall out the sky. Okay? Another reason why this is coming up for many, it's time for you to let go of your fears, your doubts, and your worries. Because when you're in a place of fear, you're in a place of worry and doubt, you will not get to moving. You will not take action. And so you have to release that energy. Okay? More positive thoughts are needed at this particular time. Spirit is wanting you to stay motivated and play your role to make things happen. Okay? We're going to go to the yellow here. For many, the reason you are seeing synchronicity is because you may be a little bit too rigid in your actions or your way of thinking. And the Spirit's way of saying, you got to be a little bit flexible. Things are not just black and white. Look at things from a different perspective. Don't be so rigid in your actions. Oh, no, I only do it this way. No, you got to be flexible. So for many, it's time for you to be flexible with your actions as well as your thoughts. For many, it's time for you to adapt. Have the courage to adapt to the changes that are going around or going in. Adapt to the changes that are occurring in your life. Adapt to the times is what I'm hearing too. So for many, you kind of stuck in old ways of thinking, the traditional ways. There ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's about to be 2020. You got to level up a little bit, okay? So be a little flexible, adapt a little bit, okay? But for many, you're seeing this number or seeing synchronicities because it's time for you to take back your personal power. It's time for you to feel your personal power. It's time for you to feel confident in yourself. It's time for you to level up that self-esteem. It's time for you to feel that willpower, that I can, that self-discipline. See how that coincides with one another? So for many, you're seeing this because the Spirit's way of saying it's time for you to level up. Time for you to gain back that personal power. If you're giving it away to someone, it's time for you to take it back. The next message that came up is eternal love. We have happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. So for many, you are seeing synchronicity because this is a time that Spirit wants you to be in a place of happiness. They want you to have that peace. They want you to have that emotional satisfaction, okay? For many, thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing for many, the reason you're seeing synchronicity is that there is someone that's getting ready to come in your path. This is a love relationship that's going to bring a lot of happiness and harmonious, yes, to you. But in general, it is acknowledging that this is Spirit way of letting you know it's time for you to be happy. You can have the happiness that you want in your life, but maybe you just need to be disciplined. Start to take action. If you've been dealing with a lot of financial issues, you want that happiness, you want that financial stability, what you're going to do about it? Time to take action, okay? For many, you see synchronicity because you finally got there. You have that happiness. You have that peace. You are being fulfilled. You found that love of your life. You finally are in the midst of that rainbow after a storm. And that is Spirit's way of saying, job well done. You raise your confidence. You're feeling renewed. The next message for those that see a lot of synchronicity. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to heal from the past. It's time to heal from things that no longer serve you. Past traumas, past pains. It's time to heal from that. It's time to let that go. It's time for you to get motivated. Time to get disciplined on cutting ties with this pain. It's time for you to get disciplined on saying, you know, it's time for me to heal. It's time for me to not allow certain things to keep holding me back. Time for you to gain back your personal power. It's time for you to take back your power from these past hurts and past pains. It's time to heal. So that's why you're constantly seeing it's time to let go. It's time to let go. For many, you're seeing synchronicity because it's time for you to go into a moment of solitude. Get from around all the chaos that is around you, and it's time for you to go within yourself. Time for you to take a moment out to yourself and listen to your inner wisdom. Time for you to get that peace, that harmony that is awaiting you is there. It's time for you to go back within yourself and regain that personal power. Because again, with solitude is where you find that peace. And when you have peace, your confidence, your self-esteem is restored. You're self-disciplined now. You're ready to move forth in action. Okay? So for many, Spirit is saying it's time for you to go in hermit mode. It's time for you to do some introspection. Some inventory in your life. What's out of balance? What needs to change? And take responsibility. Get your personal power back. You deserve this happiness, this love, and this fulfillment. Let go of this past hurt, this past pain. Get disciplined about what it is you want to manifest in your life. Stay flexible. Adapt to the changes that is occurring. But we have responsibility. So again, self-discipline, we talked about that, and Spirit is reiterating that. So that's another reason why you're feeling that. For many that see a lot of synchronicities and you chose one, you seeing it because it's empowering you. It's giving you the messages that you need to hear. So like myself, I've been doing it for over 2 years now. Every time that I wake up, I have my phone right by me. It's not to jump on Facebook. It's to look at the time that Spirit allowed my eyes to wake up. And I guarantee if you start doing that every day, you're going to realize the powerful message of empowerment that Spirit is giving you. So for many, you are seeing synchronicity because Spirit is trying to keep raising your vibrations. They're trying to keep you in this place of happiness, harmony, or they're trying to bring you to this place of happiness and harmony and fulfillment. Okay? For many, you're seeing synchronicities because it's time to take on responsibility. Time for you to own up, level up, take that leadership in your life. Let go of the blame game. Blaming others for the things that you're currently going through. Maybe they may have caused some things to happen in your life, but does that mean you continue to harp on it? Do you continue to blame them and be stagnant? Or do you gain that self-discipline? Heal from the past. Gain back your personal power so you can feel this happiness and love and harmony and take responsibility of your own self. Okay? For many, it's definitely time to work with your solar plexus chakra, confidence, self-esteem, willpower, and for many, you guys have accomplished that goal. So congratulations for many. Okay? Again, I feel that for those that selected 4, you may see the numbers 444 a lot. You're on the right path. Okay? You may see the numbers 222 a lot as well. So with that being said, this completes it. Click the like button, comment below. I truly hope that you guys enjoyed this video when it comes to the numerology. And I truly hope that you found it very beneficial. And with that being said, love and light, blessings to you until next time.